In this video, we are going to find out the best Flexi Cap fund in 2023 for investment, and for that we will analyze the top 5 Flexi Cap fund based on 4 parameters: risk, returns, ratings and expense ratio. And then we are going to find out which Flexi Cap fund should be there in your portfolio. So without further ado, let's start the video. And we will start with return analysis first, and in return analysis we will look at historical returns of this top 5 Flexi Cap fund, and we are going to find out which fund has done consistently well over the years in historical returns. Based on the performance of past 5 years historical returns of this top 5 Flexi Cap fund, on number 1 we have Quant Flexi Cap fund, on number 2 we have HDFC Flexi Cap fund, on number 3 we have Parag Parikh Flexi Cap fund, on number 4th we have JM Flexi Cap fund, and on number 5th we have Franklin India Flexi Cap fund. Next, in return analysis we are going to see the annualized return of this top 5 Flexi Cap fund from year 2017 till year 2022. And based on the performance of past 6 years of annualized return, on number 1 we have Quant Flexi Cap fund, on number 2 we have Parag Parikh Flexi Cap fund, on number 3 we have JM Flexi Cap fund, on number 4th we have HDFC Flexi Cap fund, and on number 5th we have Franklin India Flexi Cap fund. And next, in return analysis we are going to see the absolute SIP returns of this top 5 Flexi Cap fund. And based on the performance of past 5 years absolute SIP returns, on number 1 we have Quant Flexi Cap fund, on number 2 we have HDFC Flexi Cap fund, on number 3 we have Parag Parikh Flexi Cap fund, on number 4th we have JM Flexi Cap fund, and on number 5th we have Franklin India Flexi Cap fund. And after return analysis we will move to our next topic, that is risk analysis. And in risk analysis, firstly we will see the standard deviation of this top 5 Flexi Cap fund. And in standard deviation, lower the value is better for the fund because it determines the volatility of the fund. And on parameters of standard deviation, on number 1 we have Parag Parikh Flexi Cap fund, on number 2 we have Franklin India Flexi Cap fund, on number 3 we have JM Flexi Cap fund, on number 4th we have Quant Flexi Cap fund, and on number 5th we have HDFC Flexi Cap fund. Next, in risk analysis we are going to look at beta of this top 5 Flexi Cap fund, and beta tells us that what is the probability that fund is going to continue its current performance in future also, and the lower the value of beta is better for the fund. And on parameter of beta, on number 1 we have Quant Flexi Cap fund, on number 2 we have Parag Parikh Flexi Cap fund, on number 3 we have Franklin India Flexi Cap fund, on number 4th we have JM Flexi Cap fund, and on number 5th we have HDFC Flexi Cap fund. And next, in risk analysis we are going to look at the Sharpe ratios of these funds, and Sharpe ratio tells us that how much returns the fund is generating against the risk it has taken, and higher the value of Sharpe ratio is better for the fund. On parameters of Sharpe ratio, on number 1 we have Quant Flexi Cap fund, on number 2 we have Parag Parikh Flexi Cap fund, on number 3 we have HDFC Flexi Cap fund, on number 4th we have Franklin India Flexi Cap fund, and on number 5th we have JM Flexi Cap fund. And the last, in risk analysis we are going to look at alpha of these funds, and alpha tells us that how much extra return the fund has generated over its benchmark, and higher the value of this alpha is better for the fund. And on parameter of alpha, on number 1 we have Quant Flexi Cap fund, on number 2 we have Parag Parikh Flexi Cap fund, on number 3 we have HDFC Flexi Cap fund, on number 4th we have Franklin India Flexi Cap fund, and on number 5th we have JM Flexi Cap fund. And after risk analysis we will move to our third parameter, and here we are going to see how different rating agencies such as Value Research, CRISIL and Morningstar has rated these funds. And here we can see that Quant Flexi Cap fund is not rated by Value Research and CRISIL, but it is rated 5-star by Morningstar, and Parag Parikh Flexi Cap fund is not rated by CRISIL, but it is rated 5-star by Value Research and Morningstar. JM Flexi Cap fund has been given a rating of 4-star by Value Research, 5-star by CRISIL and 4-star by Morningstar. HDFC Flexi Cap fund is rated 4-star by Value Research, 5-star by CRISIL and 3-star by Morningstar. Franklin India Flexi Cap fund is rated 4-star by Value Research, 4-star by CRISIL and 3-star by Morningstar. Since 2 Flexi Cap funds remains unrated over here, so we can't take ratings into account. And with this we will move to our fourth and the last parameter, that is the expense ratio, and lower the value of expense ratio is better for the investors. And here we have considered the expense ratio of direct plan of this top 5 Flexi Cap fund, and here on number 1 we have Quant Flexi Cap fund with least expense ratio of 0.58%, on number 2 we have Parag Parikh Flexi Cap fund, on number 3 we have HDFC Flexi Cap fund, and on number 4th we have Franklin India Flexi Cap fund, and on number 5th we have JM Flexi Cap fund. And by combining the results together, the final results of of top 5 FlexiCap fund is like this. The best fund in FlexiCap category is Quant FlexiCap fund is on number 1. On number 2 we have Parag Parikh FlexiCap fund. On number 3 we have HDFC FlexiCap fund. On number 4 we have Franklin India FlexiCap fund, and on number 5 we have JM FlexiCap fund. And now we know that based on consistent performance, Quant FlexiCap fund has emerged as the best FlexiCap fund in 2023 in FlexiCap category. But the decision of including this fund in your portfolio or not will completely depend on your entire portfolio and portfolio overlapping with this fund. And if you want to invest in Quant FlexiCap fund, my personal suggestion will be that you must invest in the direct plan of this fund and save your commissions. To invest in the direct plan of Quant FlexiCap fund, you need to log in Angel One app, and the dashboard of Angel One app looks like this. And here you need to click on this mutual fund icon, and on the next page on the top right hand side corner a search bar is there. You need to click on that particular search bar, and here you need to type the fund name and click on the direct plan growth of this fund. And on next screen you will see all the details related to Quant FlexiCap fund on your mobile screen. And after that, for investing in this particular mutual fund, you just need to click on this invest button, and then on the next screen you need to enter the SIP or lump sum amount in this mutual fund, and here we are going to start a SIP in this mutual fund, and for that you need to click on the start SIP button. And after that, the bank account which is linked to your Demat account, you can pay via internet banking, UPI or Google Pay. And if you are going to select UPI, you need to enter the UPI ID and click on the proceed button, and the moment you click on the proceed button, your SIP will start in this mutual fund.